UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Hello and welcome to the special edition of the Business Roundup right here on UBC. I'm your host, Dennis Sigoa. It is the tourism month and we are dedicating the show to tourism and conservation. In this episode, we feature the Rob Walker Sports Tourism Excursion. We take you to the conservation through commercialization project in Butambala district, then wrap up with a comprehensive interview on how you can commercialize your YouTube channel. Stay tuned, we promise to keep you glued. Rob Walker, a renowned British broadcaster, had a sports tourism excursion to Uganda early this year. Business Roundup captured and documented his adventurous tour of the Pearl of Africa. Travel with Rob and enjoy the beauty of Uganda in this BRU documentary. In the recent years, Uganda has welcomed a number of international celebrities, from musicians and actors to influential figures. Among them, a veteran British broadcaster named Rob Walker ventured into the heart of the Pearl of Africa. Join us as we delve into Rob's captivating journey through the lens of sports, tourism and cultural exploration.
In Eugene, cometh the hour, cometh the Ugandan.
Rob Walker, acclaimed sports commentator, captured the attention of Ugandans with his heartfelt admiration for the country during the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
Last year, he was burnt up by Solomon Barega. But the champion from Doha is the champion once again here in Eugene. Cometh the hour, cometh the Ugandan. That is the best performance we've ever seen from Joshua Cheptegei.
His contagious enthusiasm led him to an extraordinary encounter with President Yoweri Museveni and the First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, who welcomed him with open arms.
What would you like to know about Uganda? You can ask me some questions.
Brilliant country. What makes you most proud?
The indigenous culture is very strong in production, wealth creation. Like if you go, they will show you our indigenous cows, the ones with long horns. They will show you the foods. We eat very good foods. The language. So I think this is the one of the most important contributions to the rest of humanity, our heritage.
Rob's journey commenced with an all-expenses-paid tour of Uganda, a token of appreciation for his endorsement of the country's natural beauty.
You have another 10 years of two of the very best athletes in any sport your country has ever produced, being seen and celebrated on the global stage. And when people see those vests, they start thinking, what's Uganda like? And the more people who are not from Uganda, who spread the word about what a brilliant, beautiful, friendly, energetic, vibrant place this is, the more tourists you have coming here. And I understand from all the ministers and the great people at the Uganda Tourist Board, I understand that tourism is becoming an ever more increasingly important part of the Ugandan economy. And when you think about families who come over here, as I hope to come back with my wife and son, it's hotels, it's tour guides, it's meals, And perhaps even more important than all of those things, and there is an ulterior goal here, those families go home and tell people what it's like here, because I still think there are some outdated stereotypes about Africa as a continent and about Uganda as a country. There are a lot of people out there who now realise what a fabulous place this is, but there are still a lot of people who don't.
I think Rob has been an ambassador to Uganda before anyone told him to be so. That's the truth. So we are just encouraging him to continue doing it for us. We didn't pay him before. We don't pay him for this visit, and we don't intend to. He has done this out of passion. And I think from what he said, if you heard well, and I want to thank you for being one of the champions to do with this, trying to change the global perspective about Africa and Uganda as a whole. So when we have such people, I think it's good, and we appreciate it.
In a special way, as a country, I want to thank the Minister of Tourism for inviting this special guest to come to our country. I want to thank you so much. Why do I say this? Like you've heard the CV of Mr. Rob Walker, is an entirely sports commentator. And in his doing his work as a country, we would like to thank you so much for what you did to us during the Olympics in Japan. We will remain indebted to you as a sports subsector and as a country. And I know there are many in the world who are doing such work, but they have not visited Uganda. We want to ask you in a special way to invite your colleagues as sports commentators to come to Uganda.
He embarked on an exploration of Uganda's diverse tourism attractions, including a visit to the high-altitude athletics training camp in Teriot, nestled on the slopes of Mount Elgon in eastern Uganda. Accompanied by government officials and media crews, Rob Walker took to Twitter to share his trip of fasts. His first stop was Kapchora district, where he fulfilled his objective of visiting Olympic gold medalist Joshua Cheptegei and the Teriot high-altitude training camp.
Huge congratulations to all of you for making the team. Those t-shirts look amazing, and you know, all the Mzungu that you bump into in Australia, they're going to try and swap their t-shirt for yours. But you don't do that. You need to hold on to these shirts, because to have made this team, to have the chance to represent your country in cross-country, an event that you've made your own on so many occasions, is such an incredible achievement. And no doubt that the races in which you qualified would have been so hard and so close. And when you get to the last 200 meters, when your legs are burning and you're desperate to stop, think of that flag and think of all the people who'll be watching, cheering you back. Try and find that extra 2 meters, because it might make a difference between a team bronze or finishing fourth in the team competition. So far too many words from all of us. You have plenty of rest to get. And I thank you for welcoming me to your great country. And let's hope, let's imagine for a second. I'll have to put the microphone down because it'll be too loud.
Cheptegei and Kiplimo, 100 metres to go, shoulder to shoulder, side by side. Who's got the belief? Who's got the heart? Who's got the desire?
Rob's next destination was Murchison Falls National Park, home to one of the world's most powerful waterfalls.
The reason I'm wiping my eyes, we're here at Murchison Falls, which is utterly incredible. 300 cubic meters of water drop here, drop 45 meters every single second. And you can feel the ground rumbling underneath you. Power of this water is truly breathtaking. And when the sun is out, there's an almost permanent rainbow. It's absolutely incredible. The most intense waterfall anywhere in the world. Yet another reason why people should come and visit the Pearl of Africa.
It's very exciting to have Rob Walker here with us in Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. He's here visiting at our invitation to come and explore more of what Uganda has to offer. He has visited Uganda before, and he only explored Kampala and Jinja. This time around, we are taking him over to Murchison Falls, and right now we are right here at the falls. And he will be visiting Bwindi to track the mountain gorillas. He will visit the chimpanzees, and he will interact with the communities as well to have the really authentic culture of Uganda. Rob's being here is aligned to our own strategy of using sports tourism to promote Uganda. Sports tourism is one of the fastest growing sector in tourism, and we are very privileged as well this material time to have our athletes winning medals, gold medals. We have Cheptegei, the world champion. You know, we have Kiplimo, the world champion. So it's a very opportune time for us at this moment to use sports to promote destination Uganda.
Alongside the breathtaking beauty of the falls, Rob spent hours indulging in sport fishing along the Victoria Nile.
Uganda is the source of the Nile. And whether you prefer a leisurely boat cruise to look at the elephants, the hippos and the crocodiles, or an afternoon of adrenaline with whitewater rafting, or even a day of world-class freshwater fishing, this river is guaranteed to give you an experience you'll never forget.
Rob ventured into the heart of the national park, engaging with locals during his early morning run. An exhilarating game drive led him to encounter magnificent creatures such as elephants, warthogs, giraffes, buffaloes, and even leopard. Rob's expedition continued to Bwindi Impenetrable National Park in western Uganda, renowned for its exceptional biodiversity. Before embarking on a thrilling mountain gorilla trek, he immersed himself in the local community's traditional songs and dances. The opportunity to trek the habituated Rushegura group and interact up close with these gentle giants was an awe-inspiring and deeply moving experience.
The chance to see these magnificent gorillas in the wild, in their natural habitat, is a truly magical experience. There's just no other way to describe it.
This is the Rushegura family that we are tracking. Currently is comprising of 16 members, and you can see them in our background with the two silverbacks relaxing, the two blackbacks, and then the several of the adult females plus their babies playing. It happens to be now the biggest family around the Buhoma sector and one of the favorite gorilla family.
In his final exploration of Uganda's cultural tapestry, Rob Walker visited the Uganda Museum in the capital, Kampala. Overwhelmed by the rich displays of ethnology, natural history, and traditional life, he discovered a deep appreciation for the country's cultural heritage.
This museum is absolutely brilliant because what they kept reminding me was that all of the cultural artifacts that we saw are still used in society today. So the manager was saying that the museum is still a lively demonstration of how the culture works, and it was fascinating to go into some of the different huts to see how the different tribes move. We went into one predominantly used by cattle movers, and they were explaining that the boys and the fathers take it in turns to stay awake and watch over the cattle and the other people in the hut, and then when the boy gets to 14 he's allowed a hut of his own. But I also had a demonstration on the drums, which was fantastic. I didn't realise there were so many different types of drums, so many different sounds coming out of it. But you can just sense the pride here in the history that you've got. I believe this is one of the oldest or most important museums in East Africa. I think it opened well over 100 years ago. So there's great prestige and great history here, and the grounds out the back.
As Rob prepared to bid farewell to Uganda, he expressed his heartfelt gratitude and love for the country. In all his years of globetrotting, covering various sporting events, he had never felt as welcome or as special as he did in Uganda. Rob Walker's captivating journey through Uganda unveiled the country's natural splendors, showcased its exceptional athletes, and delved into its rich cultural heritage. His visit left an indelible mark, highlighting Uganda as a must-visit destination for those seeking unforgettable experiences.
Now, whether you're a seasoned traveller or you're contemplating a first trip to the country or continent, the Pearl of Africa is well worth a visit. You'll be amazed at the wildlife you'll encounter, the landscapes you'll experience, and the people you'll meet along the way. This place is incredible. I mean, look. What a place to run. So beautiful here. This is why I came, to be among the land of runners.
As the Pearl of Africa continues to embrace the world, its allure shines brighter than ever before. Nestled in the hills of Butambala district is the Conservation Through Commercialization Center. The facility, which has a number of wild animals, prides in giving the visitors a chance to get up and close with wild animals such as lions, zebras, and impalas. Have a look. Conservation Through Commercialization project in Butambala district is giving wildlife enthusiasts and visitors a new experience. According to Thomas Price, the director, CTC Conservation Center, they have been in business for 8 years, having started with a few reptiles.
Over the last few years, we've grown rapidly. We've added lions, hyenas, zebras, a lot of ungulates like the impalas as well. The objective of this facility is to create a state-of-the-art conservation facility as a head start facility. One example of that would be the African painted dogs, which we imported from South Africa, which unfortunately have gone extinct in Uganda over the last decades, where we can breed animals here and possibly return them to the national parks and have the offsprings go back to nature.
This adventurous facility prides on positively impacting in the growth and development of Uganda's tourism industry. Currently, the visitors to the CTC can interact with crocodiles, lions, zebras, tortoises, impalas, birds, among others.
The things that make it more easy for new people to interact with these animals, it's we, the animal handlers who work here at CTC Conservation Center. We always interact with these animals, and we have created good relationship with them in a sense that they don't see people as bad, you know. They always have good interaction with people.
And we keep on adding more and more animals, so the interaction is growing. We have lemurs now, which we imported, which people will be able to interact with as well. We're hoping to add a variety of other animals within the year, where we'll probably also have rhinos, hopefully by next year, all depending on how the bureaucratic process ends up.
Commercial conservation centers like this one play a critical role, be it in breeding and reintroducing endangered animal breeds into the wild, protection of critically endangered animals, among others. Dennis Sigoa and Juman Samba for the Business Roundup. Millions of people across the globe smile all the way to the bank every month, courtesy of revenues generated from YouTube views. YouTube is an online media sharing and social media platform. In the following interview, Mark Arnold Wadulo delves deeper into the matter of commercialization of YouTube channels. Take a look.
We're going to be discussing YouTube as a platform that can change the generations of today's lives. For example, in terms of youth employment, YouTube is a platform that has been known to revolutionize the digital era of today. It's in fact one of the most popular platforms that we see on the internet today. So what exactly is YouTube?
Mark, you see, anything on the internet is a digital content. Either it's a form of video, either it's in the audio form, or either it's an image or text. So when you are actually monetizing that content, so you are making a revenue from online earning. So this is a basic concept of online earning. Now, when it comes to YouTube, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Only active video platform with more than around, I think, 2.7 billion users, active users, and there is no match of it, of any other platform. So if you are making a content on YouTube and you know the right niches and right topics that you want to make video for, you can make a handsome amount of money. And similarly, if you just take your camera and start recording video and you don't know the basics that, okay, which topics are making money, which topics are not making money, what are the content strategies.
Okay, so I'm thinking that YouTube is this platform that is dishing out money to people, of course, not for free. And maybe to start, where and how big is YouTube in terms of revenue, and where is it located in the first place?
Mark, YouTube announced their total revenues of 29 billion US dollars in 2022. So what is the method of YouTube revenue sharing? Whatever money they are earning from the ads, from the advertiser, they are sharing 45% with the YouTube creators, the people who are creating videos on the YouTube, and 55% they are taking for themselves. So this is a split of the revenue that they are taking. So you can imagine if there is a 29 billion earning of 2022, so they have shared 45% of it with the creators as well.
Wow. And if they're sharing 45% and keeping 55% to themselves, then YouTube must actually be a big company, because from the YouTubers that I know here in Uganda, they are actually earning at least over $1,000 US per month. That is something that if they were distributing amidst all YouTubers that I know, it's a lot of money. It's crazy money.
From the recent thing, I just remembered a point in my mind. One of my students, he shared his stats with me. His only one video was making $1,000 a month. Only just a one video, and he has hundreds of videos on his channel. Although all videos are not making that much money, but even if you imagine if 5 or 10 videos are making that money, we are talking about $5,000 to $10,000 a month.
Wow. So I believe this is a very good opportunity and an eye-opener for quite a number of people that haven't discovered YouTube as a platform to start earning money. But what exactly does one have to do to make sure that they can benefit from a YouTube channel?
A very important question. You see, the major mistake that new content creators do, they think that we will just hit the camera, we will just take the phone and start recording the video and keep uploading it on the YouTube, and that will make them money. But the major process, or major thought process that they miss is the topic selection. Because whenever you are making money, you have to, whenever you are making a video, you have to make sure that the topic you are making video for is worth your efforts.
But I would like to know what makes one's YouTube channel stand out and what can help him make money with a unique standout point of view.
YouTube is looking for the viewer satisfaction. So once how viewer is satisfied, once you are one viewer is watching multiple videos of the same channel, that is one of the signal that viewer is satisfied. YouTube is collecting 80 billion signals on the daily basis from all the views that are being generated on the YouTube to see the viewer satisfaction. So one of the indicator that is like to dislike ratio, binge sessions are very important. If user comes to your channel, he is watching one video and he collect to the next video on the end screen, and he goes and watches that video as well, and he watch multiple videos, that shows that viewer is interested and satisfied from your channel. The third thing is the comment section. Viewers are commenting. What kind of comments they are making about your videos? Either they are appreciating your videos, either they are criticizing you. So YouTube algorithm is analyzing those comments and as well. So whenever you are making a video, just make sure that your viewers watches one after one, make a playlist of it, use the right end screens by the end of your video. That will boost your channel.
Wow. And you've told me that you have become, or maybe I can say that you have become a successful YouTuber over the years, and you've managed to grow various channels. One in particular that you have grown in a year, registering over 1,030 subscribers.
Yeah,
Tell me about.
It's now 140,000 subscribers, touching now in less than a year. That channel grows to 100K subscribers. It's all about the content strategy. There are millions of channels.
Wow. So how best do you think, here in Uganda, one example is Facebook, of course, whereby Facebook was charged for interfering within the political elections of our 2021 general elections. But on the other ground, they said Facebook doesn't have a physical presence in Uganda.
India has forced, due to its bigger size, due to its biggest market share, more than 1.4 billion people are out there in India. So they asked Facebook and Google that if you don't place your servers and data centers inside the India, we will block you out. And because of the bigger market size, these companies are agreed, and now their servers are available in the India. Now, coming to the Pakistan and Uganda case, we are both in the same boat. In Pakistan, we don't have that bigger size of population to instruct these kind of companies to place their servers. Definitely, we are asking. So, Federal Investigation Agency in Pakistan is now in touch with Facebook. So, same can be done from the Ugandan perspective, that Ugandan government can take it to the next level, discuss with them, send the delegates, diplomats there, and agree on some protocol of information sharing. And in future, government can use these protocols to regulate it further.
Wow. I must say, Sajid, it's been an interesting conversation. Thank you very much, Sajid, and I hope we can talk again.
Thank you. Thank you. So nice of you.
We have all been complaining about the long dry spell across the country. Now that it has started raining, let's not watch the waters filling up the gutters and trenches, but utilize it for food production, whether in the city or rural areas. Thank you for being part of BRU. I've been your host, Dennis Sigoa. Let's catch up next weekend.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. Coming soon on UBC.